Yo, what's going on guys, HyperX here and welcome back to another Destiny video. It is Tuesday, it's reset day, which means, as always, my usual weekly reset video is back, but now that Rise of Iron is out, things have of course changed slightly. There are some activities that are no longer relevant, some that are now relevant. There are of course new vendors, old vendors, whatnot. So basically, this week is a new format with all the things that I believe will be most applicable to you guys. If there's anything you feel that I've missed, then by all means let me know in the comments down below. But do bear in mind, I want to try and keep it focused to Rise of Iron, so I only really want to speak about things that are really applicable to you guys. I won't be speaking about, say, the King's Fall challenge modes, because that doesn't drop light relevant gear anymore, so there's no real point speaking about it. So, with that being said, like would be super appreciated if you guys do find this helpful, and of course comments down below as always. So to begin with, let's start with the usual stuff. Your Nightfall this week is the Winter's Run Strike, and your modifiers are Berserk, where minions of the darkness won't flinch even after massive damage, Small Arms, where primary weapon damage is favoured, Chaff, where player radar is disabled, and Airborne, where players deal more damage whilst in the air. So no burn this week, which means that final encounter can be a bit of a pain, but either way, if you guys are looking to gear up, then Nightfalls can of course drop exotics, and those exotics are invariably higher light than you are currently at. Moving on to the usual weekly Heroic Strike playlist, the Siva Crisis one. This week actually has Solar Burn, Small Arms and Ironclad, so that'll be nice, especially if you guys have a Yalahorn, which I'm pretty sure all of you guys do. It's also your source of your 1 Radiant Treasure per week, so if you're looking for ornaments, then make sure you do that to grab that. Plus, of course, the first 3 will yield 10 legendary marks, so that's a total of 30. Moving on from there to the Prison of Elders level 41. This is of course now your only source of Sterling Treasure, so if you guys are missing any of the kind of old gear and you still want to pick that up, then make sure you do at least one of those this week so you can grab your Sterling Treasure. And while we're on the topic of Prison of Elders, your Challenge of the Elders this week, which is still relevant because this does drop light relevant gear. The modifiers this time around are Chaff and Fresh Troops, so player radar is disabled and some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. And your bonus, your kill bonus, is super kills this week, so again, usual thing. Anything that helps you generate your super as quickly as possible, bad juju, exotic armor pieces, etc. All of that will be very useful. So that is it for the kind of playlist stuff. Now let's speak about the vendors. So let's start in Felwinter Peak this week, because of course we have 2 new vendors that are applicable on a weekly basis, and that is Tira and Shiro 4. Tira will give you a quest called Artifacts of the Iron Lords, and this will appear once per week, and this is where you get the token from that you use to exchange for one of her 8 artifacts. This week, the artifacts on sale are Memory of Felwinter, which is the one where you lose your super but you gain an additional melee and grenade. You also have Memory of Scory, where when your super is full, nearby allies' supers regenerate faster. And then Memory of Perun, where enemy guardians with full supers and enemies on low health are highlighted. So, out of those 3, the best one this week would be Memory of Felwinter. The other 2 are not that exciting, truth be told. I suppose the kind of fast super gen may be useful. But either way, those are the 3 available this week, so simply by going into the Plaguelands and doing some general stuff, and of course if you're doing Shiro's bounties, then you'll get that token, and that is how you get your next one. So that's Tira, of course, jumping over to Shiro. He has his weekly 4 bounties, so again, same thing as last time, using the axe, Archon's Forge, patrols, all that stuff, but it's worth completing these because it does seem that when you hand these in, you have a chance to get the Thorn quest. I handed all mine in last week and was unfortunately unlucky, so I'm going to be doing them again this week because that seems to be how it triggers. Either way, those are there as well. Jumping over to the tower, this is of course where you can go to get your weekly Crucible bounty. There's just one consolidated bounty now, but again, same principle, complete this and you have a chance at Nightfall tier rewards. And if we then jump over to the Reef and speak to Petrovenge, who is actually still useful, completing her bounties and ranking her up, gives her faction packages, and of course those packages can also drop light relevant gear in the kind of Queen's Guard category, so to speak. And finally you have Varix. If you're going to be jumping in the Prison of Elders, you might as well complete some of those bounties, so they are there too. And that is pretty much it for this week. As mentioned, I'm kind of leaving out the activities that are no longer that useful, things like Court of Oryx, King's Fall challenge modes, etc. Of course, the Wrath of the Machine raid has reset, so dive back in, get your loot this week, all that good stuff. But beyond that, that is pretty much it for this week. So if you guys do enjoy this, then like me, super appreciate it. Again, do let me know if there's something else you would like me to include in the new format. But besides that, thanks for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.